So at Sandstorm we mainly use Alexa and Alexa Mini on our Techno Dolly, but it also works very well with Sony Venice. Well, you name it really, it's pretty much going to work on there. One of the essential components is the camera must be able to sync using shutter pulse, Genlock or timecode. The other big one is that it ideally should fit on the S head, and by ideally, that's because we have a very, very small roll head, as you can see. If you need to fit a larger camera on, we've got a flat plate, which just gives you a lot more space for the camera. However, you're going to lose all the roll capabilities. So we have to make that call when we're 100% on the shot requirements. The length of the camera package is also a consideration, especially if you're planning on tilting down a lot, as the top of the head and the camera feed can easily get caught on long camera setups, especially with periscopes or big zoom lenses. The Techno Dolly can use its own focus motors, though we opt for Preston setups where possible. It will work with C-Motion kits as well, but we recommend using Preston because it's tried and tested. We even bring our own one in the van with us. Each of these focus options is fully compatible with the Techno Dolly software, so we can either keyframe moves or we can record manual focus changes, and then when we're in playback it will repeat them frame accurately each time. It can even be adjusted live, so for example we could have had a keyframe move and you want to add stuff later, we simply give you control at any point and you could either add keyframes or manually adjust the entire move. The Techno Dolly arrives rigged to provide a camera feed, so ideally run your Teradeks from our VDA at the desk end rather than putting it on the rig. We've got 12 volt and 24 volt power at the head, but it's always in Panavision polarity. If you're going to supply a brick battery, you're going to need at least 10 meters of cable to reach the camera base, which as you can see is quite a long way away. A key consideration when working with the Techno Dolly is the lens options. In an ideal situation, there never is one, each lens should be balanced ahead of the shoot, and one of the reasons being it takes quite a long time, as with most cranes, to balance up. This is especially important if you're using things like Primos or vintage anamorphic lenses where the weights vary incredibly. We also recommend bringing an extended sliding plate if you're planning to shoot with a periscope or a probe lens. Often if we're using a periscope, we'll have the rig running down like that with the periscope down to the ground, and as you can see it's going to need an awful lot of balancing. It's important to connect and check camera sync is working before we start, otherwise plate shots don't always line up. It's also very important to keep a nice open communication between the camera department and the Techno Dolly operator, mainly to ensure that things like the focus system are working and you're getting the right control level that you expect, and in turn when we're doing repeat passes you don't accidentally pull focus for us.